Never have so many Americans been out of work so long. 4 million have been out of work more than a year. That's a third of everyone who is unemployed. And the longer you're out of work, the harder it is to find a job. Recently, we heard about a project to help the long-term unemployed find their way back. And Jim Axelrod went out to find more.
This truck stop in southern New Jersey would have been about the last place Cynthia Perthews, a former Wall Street executive, would have thought she'd be making her living a few years ago.
I live on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, and I am not going to be doing that, no.
And here we are a few feet off the Jersey Turnpike.
Correct. It's a whole new world for me.
Her name is Buggy.
Buggy.
She's my companion.
Perthews is in charge of finding new business opportunities for IdleAir, a company that allows truckers to hook into the power grid instead of burning diesel during the many hours when they're at rest.
IdleAir provides a product for the truck driving community that allows them to stay warm or cool without running their trucks and without spending money for foreign oil.
After losing a high-paying sales job at Standard & Poor's, Perthews was out of work for a year and felt lost. The road back began here at an innovative program funded by New York City called Jumpstart NYC. Lynn Rosansky co-founded Jumpstart in 2009.
I've been around a long time.
She and her husband Victor are now helping teach the 9th class.
The goal of Jumpstart is to take the talents that they have and adapt those talents to these new situations.
Each session has 50 white collars with an average of 20 years experience with financial firms like Goldman Sachs and Citigroup. They now have a lot in common, but not in the way they'd hoped.
They all want to be reemployed. They're all looking for their next gig.
I would say that 100% of the people that were in that room were knocked on their keisters.
After a one-week boot camp, they work at startups for 10 weeks. No pay.
So try me again.
After her tryout, IdleAir hired Perthews full-time
and turned that again into a job.
Today, Perthews is mentoring a fresh class of Jumpstarters, preparing them for their new reality.
You make a fraction of what you used to make. Quarter, third?
Third.
Are you going to tell me, though, you're happier?
I am happier. It doesn't mean that I don't have different struggles. I have a Wall Street mortgage. I don't have an IdleAir mortgage.
Perthews says this job gives her a greater sense of purpose and balance. Not a bad return for a Wall Streeter who got a jump start at a truck stop. Jim Axelrod, CBS News, Carneys Point, New Jersey.